a procedure done this morning, today. Still, still excited about opportunities to come on, go live, and just talk about certain things. I did not rehearse this. I just thought about this right before this call, before this Zoom started. And because of that, I would love to just go over the importance of goal setting, right? If you notice, I'm using Williams Reality. The one reason why I am where I'm at today is because I always set goals. I always set goals. But before I get too deep in this, definitely go to Investing Now 2021. And once you go to Investing Now 2021, that'll pop up, that schedule will pop up, and you're more than welcome to join. So please, let's sit down and have a conversation about your goals and let's find out how we can help you get to your number one goal. I'm proud to say that today was a very interesting day for a couple reasons. I had scheduled a phone call with a financial advisor to talk about retirement. Of course, they do a consultation where they ask you certain questions. And after they ask you certain questions, they give you the opportunity then to kind of, find out more about you so they can see if you're a good fit for what they have. Um, I am truly honored to be able to tell you that I answered all their questions. And they said that, well, based off what you told me, then we can't do it. We're not a good fit for you right now. Maybe in a couple of years, we'll follow back. And I like, well, so what were you looking for me to say? And they said, well, you need $100,000 in assets that you can liquidate and that you can use, basically to invest. I said, okay. Well, when you asked me about my income, my secondary income, I did not tell you about the real estate because that's my retirement strategy. I will tell you about my salary. I don't mind playing with that, but my real estate strategy is all about retirement. Guys, this is so crucial that y'all hear what this man told me. He said, well, tell me about your real estate strategy. I said, well, I have this many properties and they yielding this much a month. And by the time I retire for real, I plan to bring in this amount of money a month. And the man was like, well, sound like you pretty much set up. I said, well, however, I still look for opportunities to grow my income. I'm still looking for opportunities to grow my income. And the way I want to grow my income is I would love for you to assist me with my money making money, right? It's not enough just to have a passive income. You got to keep that passive income rolling. So if you can with me, I would like you to I would like you to consider a snowball. When a snowball start rolling, it start off as a small little ball. Then it get bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's what we want your money to do. And in order for your money to grow like a snowball and have an avalanche effect, you must, you must, you must, you must start. You must start. And the way you start is the first thing you must do is set goals. You have to set goals. All right. So having reviewed this is a little bit about Coach Joe. This is the outdated PowerPoint as well. I literally just thought to bring this up and just talk about it because I think one thing that we lack in real estate financial freedom is setting goals. But Coach Joe literally specialized in creative financing. Me and him partnered because I do things a traditional way. I do the Burr method where I buy, I rehab, and I rent out, and I keep doing it over and over again as a retirement strategy. When I met Coach Joe, he did nothing but fix and flips. And then he started doing creative financing, which is like subject to deals and everything like that, right? So he do creative deals. That's how we partner. We partner because we bring two different strategies to the table that works. When I started, I had no experience. All I did was bought carton sheets a long time ago, look at the videos and knew I had a dream and a hope of having real estate and having plenty of them. And I want to buy a whole neighborhood. I want to build a whole community. And the only experience I had besides carton sheets was Monopoly. I'll be honest, Monopoly. And that's what made me excited about real estate. But mainly the Burr, that's what I do. And I'm going to continue to do that until I I can't do it anymore because that just make the most sense, right? Thank you for joining us today also. All right, I'm going to skip this. If you don't pay attention, that's on you. You're on a call or you're busy on YouTube or internet or anywhere else, that's your business. For those who listen, I hope that you find this to be something that you needed to hear today. I do believe in nothing happened by chance, everything happened in due time. I don't read the whole slide, but I will hit key points. Now, I think Simon, I forgot Simon last night, Cena, he's the main one to talk about defining your why, right? Defining your why. And it's so important that if you want to make money, you need to know why you want to make money. Are you making money just to live today, just to go and buy fancy things, to buy clothes, to buy purses, to buy nice rides and cars and stuff? Or are you making money to plan for your kids' future, to plan for, their legacy, to make sure they have something whenever when you fall apart and leave, then hey, they have something left for them. Or are you making money because, hey, right now I'm 40 years old, and when I reach 65, 70 years old and I retire, dude, I understand that if I got significant others, this is when cancer is really kind of, prevalent. Most folks at that age, at 60 or 70, probably get cancer, and you know that you're retired, you're on a set income. Can you afford to pay for the doctor bills? So let me start investing now so that when I get to retirement age and I'm not working, I'm on a set income, I have a passive income that's coming in that can pay my bills. They can pay my doctor bills. They can pay my cost of living. They can pay my vacation. So why? Why are you wanting to make more money? What are you doing it for? Are you doing it for now or later or both? And there's nothing wrong with either or, right? So the first thing you must do whenever you get into this business of investing, you have to figure out your why. You need to figure out why you're doing it, right? And money alone is just not enough. You gotta try and do something for to help other people. That's what I believe. Honestly, you have to have more, and other people can be your family. I want to leave a legacy. I want to leave so many houses that hey, they have a passive income coming for a long time. For those who just joined us, thank you for joining us. I have, right before this call, even though I had a procedure done this morning with my mouth and everything, and it's sore, I decided to change up the plans and go ahead and talk about goal setting tonight because I think we lack that, right? So I'm just catching you up. Thank y'all for joining us. So then next, after you know your why, you got to commit to your why. You got to commit to your why. Right now, I'm transitioning and I'm going to retire. All right. And I started this year walking 1 mile a day minimum. Rain, sleet, snow, all of it. I done walked in it. And I committed to it. And I've been doing it ever since. Right. And I committed to it because I said in retirement age and retirement status, I don't want to break up. I don't want to break apart. And I don't want to not be able to keep on going. And I want to look good in retirement. That's my why. I want to stay healthy as possible. And the one thing that we lack is movement. So I committed to it now. I committed to it. And every day I do it. And I go on Wild Week to Be Great, Goal Overachiever Facebook community. I started a Healthy Habits YouTube channel where I'm just walking and talking, doing walking talks, because I'm committed to it for several reasons. One, I want to be healthy. Two, I want to tell everybody I'm doing it, and I want to show that I'm committed to it. And then I want to have a history of 365 days in 1 year. Hey, this guy walked every day, at least a minimum amount. And some days I walk like 5 or 6. I'm committed. So my why for real estate is I wanted for every one of my kids, I wanted to have a house for them, right? If I buy a house when they're born, 15 years down the road, that house is 15 years paid down, if not paid off. If my child want a car, I borrow against the house, have the tenant to pay the rent, and then buy them a car cash, right? If my kids want a vacation, their senior year, they got scholarships. And all of a sudden, hey, you want to go to London, you want to go to Jamaica, you want to go to Australia. I don't care. I have the money because I have the line of credit I can use from that house, a lock, LOC. So I'm committed to my kids having a better lifestyle than me. I'm committed to making sure my kids have a vehicle when they turn 15, 16. I'm committed that when my kids go to college, hey, I'll go buy another house for y'all to stay in. And as you're staying there, you can rent the rooms out to your roommates and you can learn to make money now. So you got to commit to it, right? And commit mean effort, mean a lot of time, a lot of time, a lot of time. Even if you want to invest passively, You still got to invest time, guys. You got to research and study and know what's going on. I'm sorry about the typos. This is an old PowerPoint. I will fix it one day, but this is an old PowerPoint. And you got to work towards it, and you got to get your mind ready, and you got to just keep moving, guys. So you got to commit. All right. I'm not going to go through all these slides. I'm going to go through the main ones. So I just gave you a glimpse of everything I just said, right? Define my vision. My vision is for every child, I wanted to have a house. When they graduate at 15 years old, I want to be able to buy them a car by taking a line of credit off in the house and have somebody buy it, basically pay for the car for me because I'm going to pay cash. And then the tenant's going to pay the line of credit off. At the same token, if they want to go to college, I'm going to buy a house for them. This is planning out. I got a vision. Right. I have a vision. When I retire, I want to be healthy. I want to keep on working. And I retired June 10th. June 10th, I'm retired with 26 years in the military. Retire. And I said, hey, you know what? Instead of me breaking myself apart, I'm going to start back working out, start back doing anything I can do to make myself look good. I have a vision for myself in the future. Right. And then last but not least, I want a passive income, and I want to have a nest egg that the government is not guaranteed to give me. So if I start investing now, right, when I started at 20 years ago, when I retire, I knew I had money so that when my mom, if she gets ill, I can pay that doctor bill. If my significant other get ill, I have money to pay that doctor bill. And at retirement, I plan on vacationing. I plan on doing what I want to do when I want to do it. And I plan on spending not on a budget. I get tired of hearing people retire on a budget. Oh, I have to pay my house off, my cars off. That's not my vision. My vision is if I want to do it, I do it. If I want to go, I go. If I want to visit, I visit. If I don't, I don't. That's my vision. And that's what I'm working towards, guys. And I hope that that's a vision that you probably have too. All right. So this is one-on-one, guys. This is one-on-one. If you won't, right now is today, right? And like I said, it's an old PowerPoint. So in 2024, you need to sit down one day and write out this. I think you need to take a snapshot of this. Write out, what's your total gross? How much passive income you have coming in now? What's the average you work on a weekend and through the week, right? What's the average you work, right? Period. What's the total number of vacation days you take right now? What's the days, real estate deals you done cleaned up and finished and you'd already acquired, and other income coming in. And then you think 5 years out, you both think 5 years out, hey, what's the plan from there, right? That's how you can come up with your goal. What do you want in the future? How much you want to make at retirement? If you want to put 40 years out, but I would say do a 5-year plan so you can know if you're on track, right? So that's how this works. So definitely take me up on this, y'all. Write this down for 2024. Do 5 years out what you plan on having, and that's a smart way to get you started to see if you're going to be on track for you doing it. Now you got goal setting, and that's what helped me get where I'm at right now, to have the houses I have, to have the passive income I have, and have the nest egg I'm building, right? This is a great exercise. After this, Coach, I'm going to let you take over, man. My mouth's starting to hurt. I know I shouldn't be talking. I just had a procedure done today, but I'm committed, guys. I'm committed to helping others get to this lifestyle that we have. This is another assignment I would like for you all to take a snapshot out and do for yourself. Believe me, it'll change your life if you write this down, answer these questions, and read it every day. If you put it on a note card and read it every morning and every night before you go to bed, and every morning to remind yourself, right? I'm talking about night and day. Right? Every morning and every night. Read what you write down for this. This would change your life if you work towards this every day. What is your ideal day? My ideal day is getting up when I get up, right? Get up when I get up. Hey, when I get up, the first thing I do is work out. I do some kind of aerobic activities, some kind, right? Whether it be riding a bike, whether it be running, whether it be rolling on a boat, whether it be whatever. I just need to do something when I wake up, because my mind first need to wake up, and I need to wake my body up, right? I just fast at night. So I would like to be dealing with people that want to be around me, and I would like to be able to fund everything for them, right? That's what I want around me. People that want to be around me, and I would like to fund everything for them. I want them to have an ideal lifestyle too, where they don't have to worry and think about anything. I got them, right? Work, man, come on. I'm going to work until I die. I'm going to work until I die, because I'm not doing anything I don't want to do in retirement. And what I want to do is to help as many people meet financial freedom as possible. I want to help as many people that will listen and follow my instructions to reach financial freedom as possible. And I'm going to promise them that if they get it, I want them to do it for the same thing for their family and anybody else they meet. I want to spread love around the world, right? What do I do for fun? I mean, that's a very interesting one right there. For fun, read, read, study, learn more about my history, learn more about African American history, learn more about the truth, whatever the truth may be, try and figure it out. I find a joy in that. I love it. I love digging deep, and I love reading. Right now, I'm reading about Ku Klux Klans. I'm reading about their stories, who they are. I want to understand why somebody can hate somebody so bad. So I'm reading about it. I'm hearing their story. I have no emotions about the fact that they did what they did. They did what they did because they did what they did. Now I want to know about it. So it's fun to me to learn about it. And I'm actually reading about Edward Ball. Yeah, Edward Ball. That's the book I'm reading, The Life of a Klan. Yeah, I'm reading that right now. Where are you? I'm on vacation monthly. I'm vacationing monthly. I'm finding somewhere to go. In 2 years, I got 2 more years. I'm gonna retire from the military, but I got to retire from being a school teacher as well. And then I'm finding somewhere to go monthly. Period. Right, to get away from home and just do something different. Yeah. So I'm gonna be in great shape because I'm gonna work out every day. All right. So that's kind of sort of what that is. Now, Coach, man, I'm gonna let you unmute, man, if you're still on. And like I said, I am kind of in pain right now. Gonna take me a pain pill, and I'm gonna let you take over. Let me find out how to give you access. Uh-oh. All right, there you go. All right, Coach, you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here, man. I'm here, man. Thanks for having me here this evening, and I know it's not an easy time for you right now with the mouth surgery and everything that you went through. But I tell you what, let me do this here, but because I know this is a real estate call, so I'm going to share with you guys here pretty quickly on if you whether you're beginning, you have experience, you have a lot of experience, a little bit of experience, and you want to know, hey, is now still a great time to invest in real estate? If so, how do I invest in real estate? So excuse me here, I'm gonna share my screen and I'm gonna show you guys. Let's see here. This will stop other screen sharing. All right, yep, there we go, Coach. So I'm gonna share with you guys exactly what I do on a daily basis to go find leads. Free leads. So here, you guys see here, let me go. I use the one famous real estate website, Zillow, which we've all are familiar with it, okay? So Bernie, Texas, that's actually where I live, but so let's boom, let's take Bernie, Texas, where I live. Let's take a look at it. So we're here. We're going to look at Bernie, Texas. So now this is where I'm at. So instead of for rent, what I want to take a look at is for sale. Now for sale, I have up here up to $800,000. Man, that's a pretty penny. But let me show you what I do. Depending upon where you're at, what your comfort zone is, hey, that could be California, could be 1.2 million. Here in Bernie could be $400,000 as we're seeing right here. Who knows? But we want to see where the bulk of that opportunity is located. So we're going to go over here for sale. Let's go over here, home type. Let's go to more right here. Then we want to go look at for sale by owner. So now here's what you get. You get some auctions, foreclosures, and agent listings still over here, new construction. So let's uncheck these boxes. Okay. So it came up with one. Awesome. So here you have one deal, which is this one right here. That's what it looks like. I wonder what are those? Oh, those are just nearby. So here's the trailer that's for sale by owner. $57,000 for a trailer. It's actually not a bad deal. Not a bad deal at all. This one here is in good shape. So with this one here, if I was interested in this property here, I would want to know, hey, does the trailer come with the land or is that just a trailer? I don't know, but I would give them a call. Excuse me. So Here's the listing property owner right here. This is typically not a deal I would be looking at, but it's a ton of trailer flippers out there, ton of programs out there teach you how to do trailer flipping. We can actually show you how to do trailer flipping. I just personally don't do this very often, almost like none. So in Bernie, not a lot of opportunity there for the for sale by owner. However, let's take a look at San Antonio. See what San Antonio has. 35 results, even more. So now it just told me, hey, I was fishing just in a wrong pond. I adjusted my area from here in Bernie, and I went down here. Let's take a look at San Antonio. So now this is where I'm at. Nice houses. So with these properties here, this is what I like to do. It's not a bad house. Newly remodeled. Okay, that's what it appears to be. If these are new photos, those doors look new. Yep, this house looks pretty good. 230,000. So this is what I want to do. I want to take a look at San Antonio. Then I want to go over here to sort homes by newest. So from there, these are all the new ones. I want to start at the oldest ones first. That's just how I am. When you see something here that says 263 days on the market, that's typically someone, they haven't removed their listing. So I tend to not even mess with those. I like to look for a minimum of 3 bedrooms. However, you look at this here, $10,000, price cut 95,000. Something's up with this, right? So you can give them a call and see what's going on with this. Could have been they meant to cut the price down to 99,000 and not 10,000. That could be the case. Oh, here we go for sale by owner. There we go. 10,000 down, 1,100 per month. Okay, there you go. Boom. So now this tells me, okay, they're willing to make a deal. Could I go find a buyer that's willing to put $12,000 down and pay $1,200 a month, where I make $100 a month and I make $2,000 up front? It's possible. Am I able to find a buyer to put $10,000 down to where I negotiate with the seller? Hey, look, I got a buyer to give you $8,000. Do I want to buy it at that price point? You know, I don't believe so, based upon it's a 2-bedroom and not sure what rent rates are in that area. So it may not be a sexy enough deal for me. But here we go right here. This deal went on the market, I think it's at February 1. Another pretty good looking house. Let's see what we can find. Oh, 91 days. Yep. Listed by the owner. 10 miles from the Air Force Base. Let's see when they purchased this house. If we can find that information. Here we go. That listed for sale. Pending sale. It doesn't show the last time it sold. I would be very interested with knowing that. So it could have been a new build. It appears to be a new build back in 2020 because the property taxes was only 270, or 2021 was only $270. So it was probably just a plot of land. So I bet, now this is me just utilizing the free resources now, haven't gone to the paid resources. I bet that this was a new construction house that they purchased back in 2021 with the low interest rate. And now they don't have enough equity in the house to actually sell it with a realtor. If they did sell it with a realtor, they would have to bring money to the table. So now let me share with you guys what that means. As of today, I don't know how much longer that, this is going to be, but they have this house listed for $260,000. Okay. If they sold it with a realtor, it'll cost them roughly 6%. Up $15,600. So I'm sorry, I did 60%. Let me show you guys. 0.6. There we go. It'll cost them $15,600 to sell this house. Now, with that being said, who knows what they purchased this property for? Let's just say if they purchased it, Coach, we have a way of being able to do this with paid resources. Let's say if they paid, $240,000 for this house. So now you have 240 minus 15,600. That's $224,000. Do you think that that's how much they owed on their mortgage by now? I don't think so. I think they probably owe more than that. So this is probably why they are selling this property themselves and not with a realtor, because they can't afford it. So this property here, it tells me this is the opportunity to actually go in and purchase this property, seller finance, subject to lease purchase, or just rent the property out, act as their property manager. This is what that's telling me. So what I'm sharing this with you guys is this is how you can find great deals. Just right here, free resource. Look at that, 160,000 for that little, man, that's a little tiny house there. But look at this beat up thing here, 160,000. Look, oh yeah, still don't look good. But you look at it, it's in better shape than what I thought. Look at that. Wow, 160,000. Been listed almost 3 months. Let's call, see if we can make a deal. So got to remember this. The house may look ugly. Look at the inside. Are you guys going to be living there? Probably not. Could you rent this house out to a nice family? Probably so. So that's the type of deal that you're seeking. That's the type of deal. Oh, 239. Let's see. Man, you could buy that and still have a little equity. $316 a square foot over there. Jesus. This property here, when you're doing just a little research, yeah, this property here probably is, fixed up worth $250,000. And it won't be hard to get it there if you wanted to. The floors look good. Give it a nice paint job. Yeah, redo that kitchen. But you don't have to do that. You could take it as is and go rent it. Just that simple. Just that simple. There are deals to be had and to be found out there. It's not hard. It just takes time, consistency, and effort. Time, consistency, and effort. With those three things, you'll find those deals. You'll find them. And I like to do it because, hey, these deals here, I've acquired several properties via subject to. Now, if you guys not familiar with what subject to is where the seller of the home is willing to deed you the property. That means you have full ownership and control just for your commitment, your promise to pay the mortgage. Now, you can give them money or you don't have to give them money. My case is I didn't have to give them anything. However, they deeded the property over to me. So I did this just by doing this right here. Searching, calling, looking. That's what I did. Searching, calling, looking. Searching, calling, looking. Boom, striking gold. So because I know how to hunt, and this is what we teach you guys, how to hunt for opportunity. This one here, I was able to look at it and say, okay, this house is a new house. Yep, this is probably what's going on right here. So now I can call these folks here, speak to them, because I have a lot of information about I have a lot of things that I can ask them. I know the questions to ask. And I tell you what, coach, this is what I'm willing to do. Next week they come back. Hey, I'll go through this again and I'll actually make some live calls. I'll do that. I'll call a couple people so you guys can actually hear the conversation and how simple it is. Some people may, no, I ain't interested. Screw you, hang up. Some people may say, hey, what are you offering? You know, you never know. So for me, all I need is one. Because what one is, it's amazing. Coach, right now, this house here, based upon where it's located, is telling me that 9 times out of 10, this is a military family. Military family.
You'll be rented out before you know it.
And what happens with the military, I mean, boom, they move. And a lot of times, then when they move, man, this stuff becomes a burden. I wouldn't be surprised because these photos, the house is vacant, clearly. 90 days old. I wouldn't be surprised if I drove by this house if the grass was tall.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's a good niche. I mean, I'm military, I'm active duty, and I hear soldiers all the time that have bought a house in one state, then they buy a house in another state, and now they came here and they buying another one, and then also the military move them. Those guys are already paying 2 mortgages on the other 2 houses if they're rented. Some of the people, I know a young lady right now, she have a house that's called $600,000 in Woodbridge. She got a house, one of my rental areas, right? In Woodbridge, Virginia. She's in California. She's she's renting in California, and she's keeping her house that they're paying a mortgage, keeping paying HOAs, paying fixing or whatever they need to do to it. But you're just paying for something that you're not living in. And she's in California. And I asked her, I said, why didn't you rent out? Well, I only plan on being on active duty for another year and a half. I'm retiring, so I don't want anybody in my house. I'm like, wow. So that's a year and a half. I would have just did a short-term lease with someone and got that note covered. But everybody's situation different. But think about if she was buying a house in California, having a house in Virginia area, and then also the military move her again. And then she have another house. And I know real stories like that. I'm just using this lady as example because I just talked to her this morning. So, guys, this serious. When you find houses around military bases, if you find houses where Amazon is building up warehouses that are factories, and not the warehouse, I'm sorry, the factories that you need to start getting rental properties, right? You need to get them now. And once you hear about it, it's too late. Somebody already bought most of the ones that make sense. So then you're paying top dollar for it. Guys, the best time to start real estate is now. Best time to start is today, regardless of what they're saying about the economy, regardless of what they said about interest rates. I mean, interest rates around 6% is normal. That's normal, guys. When we had 2% and 1% and 3%, that was not normal. That was not going to last forever. Back in the 80s, it used to be like 20%, 20% in the 80s. So 6% is not bad compared to 20%. And that's what I find myself doing. Finding a way to make myself feel good about things by saying, hey, what's the worst? Oh, this was the worst? Well, this is nowhere near that. I'm good with this. And if that's what it takes for to get me to take action, I'm saying it for you all to get you to take action. Today is the day that you need to start. I put it in investingnow 2021.com. If you go to that website, you can get on my calendar. Looking forward to meeting with all of you. I would love to meet with you and hear what you're trying to do, what you desire to do, and why you're doing it, so that we can go ahead and help you to get started today. Coach already showed you how we get you started right there, free, right? And it's only so much more we can do for you if you're serious. But you got to grind, you got to work, you got to put in the time, right? All right, Coach, back to you, man. Thank you, man.
No, that's it. That's it for me, coach. Unless the folks got some questions, I'll love to answer them.
All right, guys, if you want to, you can raise your hand, use your hand emoji to go up, or you can put your questions in the chat box. If you raise your hand, I think you want to talk, so I unmute you as you raise your hand. You feel free to answer, ask questions. Like I said, it's more to real estate, more to investing than just the money, guys. You have to have goals. You got to set goals daily, weekly, monthly, so that you can understand what you're doing and you can look back and see you achieve them. And then the goals you set maybe, hey, I want to find 10 houses in this zip code all of a sudden today. How do we reduce property tax? That's a funny one right there. How to reduce property taxes, coach. All right, I'm sorry for laughing, but the government is always going to get their money. But the way you can reduce property taxes, from my understanding and what I've done in the past and my experience, if you have a house that's vacant, right, that's not making any income, you can call the tax assessor's office and say, hey, I have not did any improvements on my property, but I'm noticing my tax continue to rise. And they should relook at that and look at the property and see that no improvements been done. The house is vacant, and they will, either keep it the same or they may lower it. My dad did that. I learned it from my dad. He taught me that one. I actually had a house to catch fire. Once it caught fire and the house was burnt up, I called the Texas assessor's office and told them that it was burnt up, and they literally dropped my property taxes to very minimum for like 3 years. So that was one way. I hope I answered your question, but that was funny. I mean, they gonna get theirs. All right.
Well, you can find it. You can go to they have tax attorneys that'll help you fight it to lower it if you believe it is should be lower. In the event you do that, it may require an actual official appraisal. So it may be required to where they actually come inside of the home and appraise the property. So in the event that they do something like that, and you're about to do a remodel, yeah, have it already in bad shape. Boom, carpets out up, floors are up. You only got one light bulb, and they ask you like, "Yeah, I live here. I just don't have the money to fix it." So after they do that, boom, go ahead and make your improvements. So it's things like that you could do. However, I just say be mindful and hey, don't get caught. Don't get caught. But but as coach said, hey, he called and said, no, this is condition of the home. They came out, they confirmed it, they lowered it.
Oh yeah, they gave me a 3-year break, coach. I mean, for real. My dad taught me that. Now, my dad did teach me that one. He did it first, and I like, man, this dude right here, boy. Let me do that.
Mm-hmm.
So we got another good question in there. Now, this is the question I love right here. This question right here. Man, what's going on? Okay, it moved away. How can I build up capital to invest if I have low capital at the moment? I love that question, brother. Listen, that's why you need to get on my schedule, right? That's what we want to do. We want to help you to do that. Our goal is to learn, earn, and return. So we want to teach you some strategies, get you out there earning some money, and we want you to return back to, get more knowledge, right? So the way that I personally got into real estate, I bought carton sheets. He's a 1980s guy. I listened to all his audios and everything, all his CDs, and this back when CDs. This is in 2004. I bought this. I graduated in 2003. I bought it, and I listened to everything. I would sleep, listen to it, woke up, writing notes, everything. And I didn't have the money. I was paying a lot of child support. This is the bottom line. And I just started teaching. However, I understood what to do. So once they start saying, hey, you can get money by helping other folks with their problems, that's what I started doing. I started helping people with their problems. I got paid, and I used the money I made from helping people with their problems to buy my first rental. So get on my call, man. Let's talk about it. Let's see if we can work together on that. Our goal is to partner with you and to help you and assist you with making some money so that you can have some capital and unlimited capital sooner or later when at retirement. That's my goal. I want you to, pick your retirement date and have the income at that date to do that. Coach, you got an answer for that one? How you can get started with low capital?
Well, really, getting involved in different networks. That's it, because you're going to have in the networks, you're going to find people with capital, no time. You're going to find people with time, no capital. So what you want to do is seek out the people that have what you don't and figure out, hey, how you can be an asset to them and how they can be an asset to you. And then you guys work together. It's one of the things that we teach here, with the Investing Now group. That's what we do every single day. Every single day. Had a conversation today with a multimillionaire, and yep, it was an easy conversation. Already aware and understand of the concept and of the process, as he's invested before and currently invested in a real estate REIT. Said, no, let's do our own. No, let's create our own. To where no, you are the owner. No. It's not 20 different or 2,000 people that own it. No, it's us. So having that type of conversation. So you're gonna meet those people, and it's gonna be a great partnership whenever you can develop something like that.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, Coach. Um, Let me scroll down again. Okay, I need to move this stuff over. All right, this is a good one right here. If we take 10K lot and a house is built on a 2K square footage, will the tax be more? Like it is good to get less land size? Okay, I'm trying to decide that one. Okay. If we take a 10K lot house built on it, 2K square footage. Coach, you understanding that one? Are you seeing that in the chat box? If we take a
Yeah, I can't see the question. Nope, no, I can't see the question.
huh? I don't know why you can't. All right, I'm not really understand that question. Like it is good. So I would say that you on this tax thing. So property taxes. So the house is not being taxed. The property is what's being taxed, right? So the land is what getting taxed. So really, honestly, once you build on it, you're gonna make the taxes go up no matter what. The tax thing is one of those things that's kind of really honestly like you just got to learn to say, hey, I'm going to pay them anyway. Uncle Sam gonna get their piece of the pie. Period. I don't care what. Tell me one person. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go off a little bit on this. Right? Who borrowed money from the IRS? Who has borrowed money from the IRS, but they knocking your door trying to get money? You know what I'm saying? So they didn't lend you no money, but they saying you owe them money. You know what I'm saying? That's the only person I know, the only entity I know. It's not even a person. It ain't even a person, right? That's the only entity I know that says, hey, you owe me and I ain't give you nothing. I ain't never lend you nothing. So you're gonna pay taxes. That's what I'm getting at, right? They want their money. It's come with the territory, and it's a pill you gotta swallow, right? So you can be, you know, I don't know. I don't know about the tax thing. You can't avoid that. But if you can buy some, I think if you're saying you buy some land and you start building, so many houses on that land, I think that's what you're saying. You're gonna be taxed, for the property, the land itself. A house can be tore down, they still gonna pay, you still gotta pay taxes. But if it appraised for more, then they charge more. So it is what it is, right? So I believe that's what I think I got out of that. But let me go to the next one. Looking to get in a medium to large multifamily. Happy to partner with someone can share part of the project. Great. That's more about that networking too. Get on our call. Let's talk about what you have going on, where you're looking at, your zip codes and all this and that. Let's see if we can find you a partner, or let's see if it's worth us partnering. Not saying we out because we're always looking for ways for it to make more our money make money. When you say partner, what are you bringing to the table? Are you bringing money? Are you bringing experience? Are you bringing, you know, you're gonna manage it? I mean, you when you say partner, both people got to bring something to the table. And it's got to be equal if it's a 50-50. I'm just cautioning you on that. But if you're bringing, if you're, you talk about that. And I want to put that out there to everyone. Once you use the term partnership, you got to bring more than just a conversation and asking somebody for money, right? So you have to bring more than just a conversation and asking for somebody else's money. Right. So you have to bring something to the table. And that's what we have to do with banks all the time. We have to bring collateral. We have to prove that we're reliable and credible before they give you money. Right. So other folks ain't got to do the same thing. I just want to caution you on that. But no issue. Get on. Let's talk about it. Let's see what you got going on. Coach, you wanted to add on to that piece?
No, I'm right there with you, brother. Right there with you.
All right. How do we check for flood zones? of a house being before you're buying it. So I'm going to tell you my secret. I don't mind sharing my secret to everybody. I have bank partners, right? I have bank partnerships, and I give the address over to my bank, and they tell me basically, I let them do an analysis on it. Now, can you do that if you don't have a relationship with a bank? No, you can't, right? So you'll have to have a relationship with an insurance company. That's the other part. I have an insurance company that I also send addresses to. However, I have so many properties with them, they don't mind stopping and doing it for me because they know that if it works out, I'm buying. So again, I have to bring something to the table. They don't do this for free. They don't do this for me based off the fact that, hey, I'm a newbie just starting. However, if you work with them long enough, you bring them value, they know you're going to bring them value and they'll love to work with you. So that's the two ways I do it. You can go on the websites, the what they call the tax assessor's office or your tax assessor office, and you probably can see zoning areas and flood areas. Maybe I don't know because I take advantage of the people I know. Like Coach said, you network with people. And I have a insurance company and I have a bank, a couple banks that I can literally send an address to say, hey, I'm interested in buying this. What information can you tell me about this property before I start writing the contract? And they literally give me all information because they want that deal. So, Coach, you got anything you want to add? How you check for flood zone before buying?
Yeah, you just go to FEMA, and yep, FEMA flood zone. You put in the address and it'll tell you if it's in a flood zone.
There you go. See, I do it even harder. I make somebody else work. I can just go in there and do it myself. No, now I'm lazy. All right, yeah, but that's good stuff. FEMA. All right, coach. I'm gonna keep that in mind. All right. Any other questions, guys? Thank y'all for asking these questions. Really appreciate this. Really, really, really appreciate it. We want you to win. We want you to succeed. That's why we give you the answer to the questions you ask. And so please ask away. Coach, I'm gonna let you take the lead. I'm gonna drink me some more water and try and let this pain go down.
No, I get it, brother. I get it. I get it. Well, shucks, man. If nothing else, hey, let's all have a good night. But make
Hold
sure
on,
that
hold,
you
coach.
guys
Hold
get
on,
on.
coach. I'm sorry. I will miss one. I'm sorry, coach.
Oh,
Also, what are the tips and lessons learned you can share for a first time home buyer? Are you buying a house for you to live in, or are you buying a house for an investment? I'm sorry, coach. I just seen that. I don't know what's going
no, that's okay.
on. Okay, to live in. All right, coach. I'm gonna let you take that one, man, because I. What are some tips and lesson learned you can share for the first time homeowner? They just bought them a house.
Oh man, hey, first of all, congratulations with that, purchase. It's, your very first home, and it's your owner occupied home. So that's amazing. What I would just share is, don't be, afraid if you get in there and things that you notice, things with the home that's not perfect. Don't be afraid. It happens. Okay. In fact, being a homeowner is one of the most costly expenses that you'll have from a maintenance standpoint. So what'll be really good is to join like your local, what they have, next door app. Get on next door, join a local Facebook group, and just watch for recommendations of other folks' service. So in the event that you need a landscaper, hey, go there first. You're gonna find people experience first. If you need a carpet cleaning, you need your driveway pressure wash. Just look there because again, it's very common that you're gonna have some challenges with the home. It's just how it is, So yeah, and you're the boss now. You're the boss now. So I mean, hey, something tear up, you're not calling anybody. You're not calling anybody to come fix it for you at their expense. So, just and embrace it, man. It's a great experience. It is.
Nah, man, that's great advice. That's good advice. That's awesome. I'm going to add on to that too as well. Um, Pay attention to what your neighbors are doing, the improvements they're doing to their house, and look at how much they appraise when houses sell in your community. So as houses sell within a couple blocks of you, pay attention to when a house sell and how much it's selling for, and then look at the improvements they did to the inside of it and the outside of it. If you want your house, if you don't want to be waiting till the last minute when you decide to sell to do all that work. All right. So gradually do certain things. If you notice that it made their house sell at a top dollar. So don't wait till the last minute, think I'm gonna get top dollar. I ain't do no work to my house. Right. So that's another good tip for you. And again, like Coach said, congratulations on being a homeowner. It's definitely costly, but get to know your neighbors. I have neighbors in my community. I walk every day, and the neighbors know I walk. And they meet me and say, hey, and I got people that work on their cars and work on their house, and they I actually say, hey, if you need anything done around the house, let me know. I got plenty of tools. We can do it together, blah blah blah. So get to know your neighbors and your community, because you never know who can assist you, other than just neighborhood, like Coach said, on the neighborhood apps and everything as well. So congratulations again. Regarding my last question for mid-sized multi-families, I already own a few 2 to 4 families and running regular, gotcha, and short-term rentals. Well, you're very okay. So that person is very experienced, doing pretty good so far, and now looking to expand into larger projects. I have land conversion. Okay, experience, construction, rehab, all sorts of experience. Currently in New Jersey. Okay. In South Carolina, California. Okay, gotcha. So listen, it seems like you got a lot of experience. Would love to talk more and see exactly what you're doing and what you're trying to do next. We know that you have experience. We know that you have properties. So you bring a lot to the table. So if you're showing that you're actually cash flowing pretty good, I have no issue with maybe JVing or joint venturing with you. Definitely finding you other partners. I mean, finding out where you're trying to invest in next. Are you trying to go outside of New Jersey area? Or are you trying to go into, the Chicago market? I know Coach Joe, he's heavily in the Chicago market right now, and he's looking for partners as well to partner more people. That's why he said he met with this millionaire today. They're looking at how can we partner with other people that have other talents that we don't have, or there's strengths that and expertise, should I say, in other areas. So I don't have any multifamilies right now. Coach got, I think, maybe 1 or 2. I know he's looking for more, so he got some experience in that. Perfect. Perfect. I try to do a multifamily with a VA loan, man, and the people didn't want to fix the stuff, and they are like, nah, so messed my opportunity up. In state. Okay. All right, sure. In state or out of state. As far as the numbers work, I am happy to connect. Great deal, then. Great deal. Looking forward to hearing from you. Just get on my calendar. Let me send you a link. All right. Any other questions, concern? Let me try and find out how to send this to you. Movie and pain. Coach, you still looking to grow, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. I won't be speaking for you and misspeaking. I need you to speak up for yourself.
Always, brother.
All right. Anyone else? Thank y'all so much for tonight. I think it's been pretty good with all the information was given, and we running up on an hour. Anyone else? Anyone else? Any questions at the last before we close? All right, hearing none. Look, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to you getting on my schedule. Thank you for those who already got on my schedule. I'm looking forward to have that conversation with you. Our goal is very simple, guys. There's so many gurus out there that just want money, want money, want money. Our goal is to help you make money and to help you to be successful, right? We'd like to spoon feed you if you want to eat it, with a spoon. If you want to be fed a pizza, then we'll feature a pizza. It's your level. It's not about, hey, we want to just give it all to you at one time or give you pieces. It's what you can handle. We want you to move at a comfortable rate so that you can be successful. Real estate is a long-term game. It's not a short-term game, right? You can make some money in the short term, but you don't pay short-term taxes. Short-term taxes is very high. That means you get taxed at income level, right? So that's 40%, right? You want long-term wealth and you want to be taxed less. Now, when it comes to property taxes and everything, it's kind of hard to, maneuver those things. But when it comes to a business tax, that's a different story, right? You get taxed after you pay your expenses. So it's a pretty sexy thing when you can pay off, rehab a whole house and lose money. And now you pay very limited taxes. You still pay some taxes, but very limited. And that's the sexy part about being owning your own business. And that's the best thing I can say that. And I am not a tax lawyer. I'm not a tax profession. I'm just speaking on my experience only so that I can throw that disclaimer out there. So thank you again for tonight. I appreciate your time, Coach. Thank you so much for coming on and blessing us with this information on a free way that these people can get started right now finding deals. And I want to challenge you all to go ahead and find a deal and then get on our calendar so we can talk to you about it. Go ahead and look in your area that you want to start investing in and find something. And then, hey, get on a 15-minute call and let's talk about it. And let's see where we go from there. All right. So take care, be safe. All great information. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great night. Thank you, Coach.
You got it.